All right, Oscar, I like this, man, starting out tonight. Again, I'm saying it looked really good starting out tonight in a lot of ways, especially from this face-on angle, seeing those legs being more and more solid. And as a result, right through here, buddy, those arms being extended and those hands turning over very, very effectively and efficiently. And then from down the line, again, it looked pretty good here, too. Just a tiny little bit above the plane line. But I'm going to say that with you fighting the ball going to the right, that was largely coming from your hands being too close to your legs. You're a little crowded there. In fact, if I draw this line down, look at this, Eric, if you would. Look at this, Oscar. If I draw a line down this your warm-up suit here, you see it actually is going down that way. And you don't ever only see your arms going inward that way. You know, for some clubs, some people, it depends on their height and kind of what's comfortable for them. Oops, that needs to be blue. They will have them. There's some that will have it go straight down, but for most clubs and most people, they're going to be out a little bit. In fact, Ledbetter has a little checkpoint. He likes your hands right underneath your nose right there. And you see if we'd have done that earlier tonight, your nose, your hands weren't very close to it all there. You know, so yeah, but that's the better looking setup over here on our right. You see what I mean? How his hands are higher. You look like you're ready to hit it a little more. Instead of being a little bit afraid of it over here, back on your heels. And then from there, you know, I wanted you to kind of sense. I was saying you were a little more on your heels here starting out tonight. And then you got that long-armed look through impact with the irons. Ooh, that looked nice there too, but look at this. Look how your hips stopped. And then right there they finish, you know, when your hands are way up high there. You know, your hips stop and then they finish turning it to last. In fact, you might be able to see that from face on. Let me see. Oh yeah, I bet you'll be able to see a little bit here. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Well, you can kind of see how your hips are thinner. See, your hips look this long at a dress that did an impact. See, they look thinner. See, now they're only this long. So from this angle, that's a nice way to see if you're kind of like the tour players here and then here at impact. You know, so you are there. Your hips look thinner from that angle. So that's nice. And then, again, you rip some of these drivers, most of them. Yep, and then this is that cool look right there. You see that ball at its last moment before its punishment. And then here, especially your dad like that posted up leg there, that left leg. And again, I'm saying that right at impact, that head down is a little different, but that right there, you know, is kind of that backward K, that reverse K that a lot of the people have liked over the years. Right? But the main thing tonight is the difference in this setup. And again, you had a good little routine going, you know. Good little routine going there where you found your balance and stuff. And so that's good to do just every once in a while. Just rock back and forth every once in a while, see if maybe you feel, oh yeah, I'm rocking back and forth. And this doesn't feel normal. I feel more on my toes. Well, that's probably too much on my heels. You rock back and forth, and then you get in the right spot, and you're like, oh yeah, I've been too much on my toes lately. You know. All right. Any questions or observations, everybody, about that? Okay.